Hello YouTubies, and thank you for watching this amazing, most audacious and incredible YouTube video. Now believe it or not guys, after seeing that part of the introduction, there's going to be people out there who are very, very angry with me at the moment. People who really hate me just because I said that on YouTube, just because I said I'm a king. They actually believe that I'm being literal about it rather than ironic, but you can't help these people. Irony deficiency is a big problem on the internet, and it really does expose left-brain lunatics and psychos on the internet. And also, of course, you do get the odd psychotic who's on the internet too, especially on Facebook. Now, I had a little bit of a squabble on Facebook recently with one particular poster who creates these groups and makes you join them, just add you willy-nilly, and he always talks about chemtrails and smoking weed, right? So I posted a video of me taking the piss out of people who smoke weed, calling them sheeple and zombies, etc. I'm really high now. I'm part of the alternative community. I'm awesome. Those sheeple out there, they don't understand the things I understand. There was something like that. I mean, it wasn't quite that bad, but it was taking a piss better than that. And he got really, really offended with it. Alright? And he came back with insult after insult. And also claiming, oh, you're botting your views, etc. If you look at my channel, you realise that I am not botting my views. And even if I did, so fucking what? What argument is that? I mean, that's a sort of one of those type of arguments, so somebody has to try to defend themselves first before they actually get to the nitty-gritty. Yeah, fuck that. I'm just going to get to the nitty-gritty straight away. Alright? And then I'll get to bottom my views. Now, listen guys. You're going to love this. After this little squabble, right, and he's there posting his chemtrail theories and just talking endlessly every single day about nothing but chemtrails and weed smoking. That's all they do on those places. All they do in these groups. And I'm not sure if he's well respected on the internet or on Facebook, and I'm not going to name any names because I don't want to get into any squabble on YouTube. So I will oblige by the YouTube rules. So I will not give any names. I'm not going to get into a fight on this. I just want to say what happened. Anyway, he's there posting all these theories about chemtrails, either arguing for it or against it, and it's all day, every single day, which is pretty sad. And he claims that he's part of this big alternate community. Bit of egg in my mouth, just a minute. And so do the people who are posting on those particular sites. They claim, oh, we're part of the alternative community, yet all they talk about is chemtrails. It's kind of like this, right? They're saying, oh, look, magic elephant in the sky, while the authorities and the psychos are doing something else over there. And that's how that works. So I'm starting to be suspicious of these particular people, because they seem like shills to me. They seem like people just put there to divert the alternative community in some type of psychotic break. And he fell for the satire. They fall for the satire. I mean, not all of them do, but when they fall for the satire, I'll tell you one thing about me, right? Psychopaths and psychos do not like me. Alright? I'm putting out there, they do not like my personality. And there's a good reason for that. They don't understand it. It's tricky for them. It's very tricky. Because they see my pretending to be ego as being egotistical. They actually see that. They see the literal side. They fall for satire and irony as if it was meant to be literally intended. And he fell for it. He thought I was just some type of pot smoker or something on YouTube, just taking it and actually being real about it. No, I was taking a fucking piss. That's exactly what I was doing in that video. And you know, I'm here drinking my Coke. Actually, it's blackcurrant juice. So yeah, so this is the type of people you deal with all the time, and I think it's a shame for the alternative community. You know, there's some really bright people out there on the alternative community, really bright people, and I'm sure you can spot somebody who is just having a laugh now and again. And I see, you know, there's a new lady on the scene in YouTube who is making some funny videos, and some people can't understand the humour there. But if you actually got a sense of irony, you understand that this person's being ironic, is being using satire to get a point across. You understand that the same with my videos. In fact, I can be sensible. And he's there calling me boring, and indeed I'm probably am to some people. You know, I don't have a nice pair of tits, alright? I am not particularly good to look at for a bloke, alright? I understand that you probably like a bit of Brad Pitt, you know, and he's a fella, so I understand you like a bit of Brad Pitt in the video, but I'm not that, alright? I'm just an ugly fuck on YouTube who talks about things and takes the piss now and again, and I don't give a shit. And for people to say, oh, you're never going to get a girlfriend, I've already got kids, so, you know, screw you. Doesn't really matter to me what people think. It just matters what I want to say, and how other people who I like respond to that. And of course you will get an odd backstabber, and this is exactly what this person is. But I have to be careful on YouTube. I know the moderators sometimes come over channels like this and they have a look at these particular videos. So moderators, I'm going to be obeying your rules. No names will be mentioned. It's a bit of a rant, it's a bit of a rave, and I'm just defending myself on YouTube, especially from Facebook attacks, which I have been recently, so I have to defend myself. Alright? I make a lot of money on YouTube, I don't want it to be spoiled. So I have to be careful with what I do. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. He's there, you know, he's attacking certain individuals, he doesn't know what he's doing. And he's attacking them because he doesn't get the sarcasm. It's not really sarcasm. People will say, listen to this, right? You always get these people who see any humour as sarcasm. Humour is not sarcasm. Humour is just being funny. But they say, oh, you're being sarcastic. You know, they say it because they get offended by it. They actually see any type of humour as being sarcastic, which is what he saw in my past video when I'm, you know, taking the piss, smoking weed, etc. He's seeing that as being sarcastic. It's not. It's just me taking the piss. I mean, sarcastic is a much worse type of humour. It is a type of humour, but it is more violently related to attacking a person, whereas irony is just taking a mickey out of what people do. And you know, most people nowadays are walking zombies, alright? And yeah, he might disagree with me. He might come onto my channel later, and some of you might do that and start arguing with it and start calling me names because I made a video and I dared question some lunatic and I go against the flow on the internet. I don't agree with anybody on the internet, right? Nobody. I always have some minor disagreement with everybody on the internet. It's not my fault, but at least I do that, and there's a good reason for it, because sometimes I see things that I don't agree with and I disagree with it, right? And you know, they're saying, oh, the worst thing you can be is not be yourself. Well, I'm being myself, and they find that offensive. Be careful of some of these alternative community pages. Some of these they call themselves trolls. They're not trolls really, they're just idiots on the internet. That's all they are. And they just keep on posting. They sort of repost things that other people posted to them, so it makes them look kind of more intelligent than what they might be. I wouldn't even call them intelligent, actually. I just call them very dodgy people. But you can always tell the shills and the psychopaths and the psychos from the ones who are not, because there's always a sense of humour in the ones who are not. They can always spot humour and they react to it in a positive way. Whereas psychopaths, psychos and shills, they are always serious. Notice how serious some of these people are in the post. They never have a laugh. They never enjoy themselves. Everything has got to be serious, and they've got to attack anybody who's not being serious all the time. It's like you have to behave yourself. It's like you have to be some type of fucking zombie in a school. Alright? That's exactly what they want you to be. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here. So I thought I'd come on YouTube and just talk about it, because I find it absolutely ridiculous that anybody would actually be falling for this sort of scam. You know, talking about the same thing over and over and over again. You know, chemtrails, oh my god. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know what the world is coming to nowadays. Now, there'll be people now coming on this video saying, I only watched like 2 minutes of this. Well, you've missed the best parts. You missed the parts where I really ripped the piss. Alright? Maybe I should put a bit of porn at the end so you can enjoy that. I don't know. So, yeah, I mean, this is the sort of muppet I have to deal with on a regular basis on YouTube and Facebook. There's always somebody who's going to try to stab you in the back. Remember when I said that before? They pretend to be your friends, and then they stab you in the back when you're less useful for them. So beware of these people. The one way you can spot them is they lack an irony in their personality. That's one way you can spot them. And you will notice, because they will attack anybody with a sort of humour about them. Somebody is able to understand satire. Somebody has a joke, doesn't take themselves too serious. I see them taking themselves very seriously. And you know, to add something to this, I noticed that this particular individual, who may no longer be on Facebook, by the way, maybe he is, maybe he's not now, because Facebook has deleted that channel. Who knows what's going on, or that group, because you know it's a little bit dodgy. But I noticed that he was sending people PMs out, right? And it seems to me that he was trying to pretend to be somebody else. Maybe he is that person, maybe he isn't. But he was saying I in those particular PMs, which is very rare, actually, for somebody to say that if they are not pretending to be somebody else. But I've also heard that that person is not the person they are applying to be. So, to me, that looks like somebody who is manipulative as well. Now, it maybe is that person, and he's just smoked a bit too much pot today. Maybe that's what's happened. Maybe they've been smoking so much pot and eating so many magic mushrooms that they've, decided to try to take on King Scribe. Maybe that's what happened. What a rant! Some people might say, "Oh, this video is really..." But get fucked. This video is one of the best videos I've ever made. I'm having a right good old giggle on YouTube at the moment. This is good. This is fun. Why do people have to get so offended when somebody swears in front of a camera, when somebody has a laugh, or takes the piss, or doesn't take themselves too seriously? Why? Well, what's that about? You want everybody to be really serious on YouTube. It just doesn't work that way. Nobody gives a shit about what they do on YouTube. I mean, it's only the top YouTubers who really have to watch their mouths. Us lot, we can just take the piss whenever we like. We can have a laugh and a giggle. That's what YouTube is for. That's why it was invented for. And and another thing is, I don't have to give a shit about what other people think of me. Alright? You might think I'm some sort of sad fuck on YouTube who doesn't take himself seriously and should. And you might hate my guts just because I sometimes take the piss out of myself. Call myself king, etc. But, I don't give a damn about that. In fact, the reason why I make these videos is because I want to see people exactly like you. That's exactly what this is meant for. The psychos and psychopaths and psychotics, you guys are just fantastic to play around with. You really are. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye for now. I hope you all enjoyed this video.